also want to share with you why we even started this podcast, which is kind of a funny story. Patricia, do you want me to share that?
Yeah, go ahead. But make sure you frame it up and tell them when you called me like what time in the morning you called me.
Oh, right. So, well, I called you early because you called me the night before and my husband and I were working on the computer. So, the funny story is Patricia was calling me. My phone was ringing in the midst of my husband trying to set an app up on my phone. And here's Patricia's picture ringing on my phone. And I was smiling going, look, my friends want to talk to me. And my husband's like rolling his eyes going, yeah, everybody always wants to talk to you. And so I couldn't talk to Patricia at that time. So I called her in the morning, which was
6:55 people.
A.M.
Yes, it was this morning.
Oh, yeah. My goodness. And
she greets me and she goes, did I wake you up? For the record, I was in the kitchen pouring my coffee, so you did not wake me up, but go ahead, continue.
True. And it shows we both are early birds. I knew you were awake. So anyhow.
I know.
So I called Patricia this morning at 6:55 a.m. to just catch up on life. And she wanted to share something with me that was really exciting. And then I wanted to share with her that I was starting a podcast. And she was like, oh, that sounds really great. I have some friends who do them. And I was like, that's super cool. And then she was like, well, what are you going to do yours on? I'm like, well, I have these 5 words that start with F and I really like them, but I don't really have any other direction. And so that's where Patricia steps in and says, okay, because she's super organized. And so throughout the day, we were communicating and delving into the why and when and how this is all going to come about. And so here we are talking tonight and sharing with you why we really want to do this for you guys. So Patricia, if you want to share, you have a little more detail on that.
Yeah. So we're trying to, figure out, well, what do we want to do? Well, we really want to encourage women. During this time, during the pandemic, there have been days where I just want to pull my hair out. There have been days where I want to throw my 6th grader and his Chromebook out the window because I don't teach middle school. I definitely do not teach middle school. There have been also some great family moments, and there have been some great friend moments, and there have also been some moments of isolation. And, I think everyone describes the year of 2020 as just being hard. It has just been hard. There's been a lot of grief and there's been a lot of joy, but overall it just feels hard. And so as we were talking about it, just wanting to be able to share our stories, but also hear other people's stories and be an encouragement. So we found this verse in 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says, therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you're doing. And that's really the heart behind why we wanted to start the podcast.
Truth. So we really do believe that everyone has a story, and it's going to be really neat to hear all the people that we have in our hearts and minds of interviewing. And you heard Patricia and I did go to college together. And so we have some stories from there. We have some college girlfriends that we've done life with here and there. We all live all over the country. So it's been an interesting ride. Again, with the pandemic, I am a school teacher, actually. I am a middle school teacher. So Patricia has a 6th grade.
We complement each other.
Right. Wants to throw out the window. Oh, his Chromebook. But
maybe both. Go ahead.
Right. I deal with middle schoolers all day, and I do love them deeply. However, I have also wanted to be able to connect with women in a different way, and through motherhood, through sisterhood, because I really think that everybody has a story. And so our whole thing is that with our phrase of life is a team sport, like we really just want to tie in our lives, the funny moments, the sad moments, the great moments, and tie it together. So
yep, life is a team sport and you're never alone.